Welcome everybody, my name is Mr. Llama, and today I'm bringing you a ZVP. This is going to be between WhiteRa, the red Protoss spawning up in the top right hand corner, and in the bottom left hand corner we do have WhoopsYEX, the green Zerg ZVP. The map is Daybreak, and this is a ladder game between these two players. So a little bit of mana right there between the two players. Good luck, have fun. Always a good thing to say. A lot of people still get so angry and never want to say good luck or have fun, and it's a game, you know, it's a game. We're all here to have fun. Yes, I mean, players like WhiteRa are doing this, you know, to be pro, right? They're doing this at a higher level, but in the end, you still have to be mannered. You don't see professional, you know, sports players going, and I mean, you do see that, but that's not the ones that you want to idolize, not the ones that sit there and curse at the other teams and do all that stuff. You want to look up to the guy who's like, you know what, you win gracefully, you lose gracefully. That's how it happens. So we do see that WhiteRa is going for the Nexus or Forge first. We'll have to see what he decides, and our player WhoopsYEX either going to be grabbing a 15 pool or a 15 hatch. Most likely grabbing a 15 pool, I would imagine. Doubt he's going to be grabbing a gas, just because that's how the current metagame is. But you know what? Heart of the Swarm is coming out soon. WhiteRa actually going to block the pool. He's trying as best as he can. How annoying right there. But you know, smart move. I love the little things that these players do. Like, oh, I'm just gonna block your hatch or block your pool drone for a while, force it to just be a little bit more delayed, get in your head a little bit, and of course now he's gonna deny the hatchery for as long as possible. Looks like he is gonna go ahead and take a Nexus first on 17 right here. Should be getting that down fairly soon. And WhoopsYEX considering, yep. So he will send out a drone to at least sit there and poke away at this probe to try and get his hatchery down. We'll see if WhiteRa lets him, or if he's able to sneak it by at all. Did he actually? It looked like he went for a mineral walk. No, okay, I guess that's just what happens when he tries to drop the hatchery. So he's just going to continue poking away, and WhiteRa just continuing to build up his lead as his Nexus is down, while WhoopsYEX does not have his hatchery down whatsoever. So very nice job blocking right there by WhiteRa. And wow, that is WhoopsYEX gives up. He says, you know what, I'll take my third. You win this battle, I shall grab my third, a queen and some lings, but still a lot of money there left for WhoopsYEX. So you know what, successful job by WhiteRa. He's going to go and get his wall up. He is completely unscathed back at home. Forge, gateway, cannon going down, the double pylon already set up. He's getting his gases at this point. I mean, everything is just going well for him. And is he going to try anything fancy like a pylon? No, he will not. I mean, the Zerglings are out. So at this point, it's probably best for WhiteRa to just return home at this time and then come back later to double check, okay, yes, this hatchery is still going up, or at least this third hatchery in the middle is going up. That's something that I have seen a lot of Protoss players not do, is when the third is taken here, or they take this as their second hatchery and this is their third hatchery, the Protoss players don't double check this hatchery very often. And so were there going to be some sort of 2-base all-in, I feel like that's something a lot of Zerg players could abuse, is getting the just the 2-hatch off of the far distance rush instead of going for this third hatch right here, because a lot of Protoss players, like I said, don't quite check that. We'll see if WhiteRa is going to send anything out in the future. What we do see now, though, is Cybernetics Corps finishing up. WhiteRa still just on these 2 gases. Will he be taking a 3rd and 4th gas is the real question. Getting a pylon right here means probably going to be some sort of tech hidden in the middle, and of course this is a great spot to hide it if you can hide it like right there, as you can then of course pick off the Overlord that tries to fly in this way from this spot. I guess his is all the way over there, and then of course you can pick off this Overlord that tries to fly in this way, so they won't be able to scout your tech. Warp gate is going to be starting now. No +1, so it doesn't look like it's going to be, oh, just kidding, there's a +1 right now. Is he going to try and boost this out and go for some sort of quick aggression is the question. And what is going on back home for WhoopsYEX? No gas yet. 6 minutes and 25 seconds, 23, 24, 25 into the game. Oversaturation in the main, or I guess perfectly saturated. Nope, there's the oversaturation. So a tiny bit oversaturated in the main. Probably wants to transfer some of those drones to the natural, which has 1 drone at it, unfortunately. And WhiteRa throwing down some gateways right here. He does not have these gases taken by 7 minutes. That to me says there's going to be some 4 or 5 gate pressure, and I mean, of course, we can all see it. 3 gates actually, and a robo. Very interesting choice. You rarely will see a robo go down off of just these 2 geysers right here, these 2 assimilators. And here we're going to see WhoopsYEX try and get in, and the stalker is out on the map, so it looks like he will be able to go and see everything that's happening. These drones still yet to saturate anything. Still no gas for WhoopsYEX, which is something that's going to be pretty crucial, I would say. And here is what is actually going down. He is going to instead go for a fast 3rd expansion. This is, of course, very greedy, though. As you can see, look at his unit count. At this point, 2 stalkers, a zealot, and a sentry. And only 3 gates and a robo facility that he's kind of expanding off of this with. So not too much right there. And were his opponent to try and counter him, he has lings, but holy cow, those lings are slow for another 100 seconds. Why is this? Well, of course, this is simply because we see that WhoopsYEX did not get on these geysers or these extractors for so long that his gas was just delayed that much. And so now he's also grabbing a lair. He's throwing down an evolution chamber, throwing down a roach horn. But he is just going to start mass droning at this point. He's already droned up to 45, it looks like. So WhiteRa has actually been outproducing him in the worker count. I guess he just caught him off guard with the lings right there. He was also, the saturation probably cost him a lot, I would say. And WhiteRa taking a free 3rd expansion with this. So that is extremely nice and beautiful wall right there. That traps that cannon in. So only a couple lings can sneak in there, maybe like 1 over here. And then even that one's kind of hard to get. They have to run all the way around, which of course allows force fields. And now he's going to get that full block in with the gateways. So lovely job there by WhiteRa. And also getting an observer now to scout into the opponent's base. He's going to go ahead and see this this macro hatchery that is going down. And the problem is right now for WhoopsYEX, he has not taken a 4th base, so his opponent is already even on bases with him at this time. He's already ahead of him in supply count. I'm not exactly sure what WhoopsYEX has been doing this entire game or what his game plan is. He's going to be able to pick off the observer before it scouts too much. But the problem is there's not much to be scouted. WhoopsYEX is just sitting on these hatcheries, sitting on these lings, this macro hatch, getting +1 upgrade with some speed, getting out some roaches. I mean, he's up to, what, 55 drones? That's it? So he's only at 55 drones. It's very confusing what he is doing at this time. And it looks like he's looking to make some sort of push. I don't even know. I mean, it's too late for a push like that. I don't know. I am very confused. So I cannot give you too much information about WhoopsYEX army at this time. I can kind of give you some information for WhiteRa, as he is just going to continue throwing down some tech structures here. Going to go ahead and tech up to the Templar Archives, it looks like. Possibly add some Archons in the army. And it looks like he is probably going to want to make a strong 3-base push, as he has a decent number of gates right there. How many do we have? Okay, so we're up to 8 gates at this time. 8 gate robo, and then of course can add in some. He's getting blink now as well, getting the +2 weapons. I think he's 1-1. Yes, he is on the 1-1, getting a warp prism. So he can just kind of push over, and WhoopsYEX finally now taking a 4th base, but I'm not sure what exactly he really is going to have to deal with this. Now he's throwing down a Spire and an infestation pit at the same exact time. Is he going to be rushing for some sort of 12-minute hive right here? That's what we're going to kind of want to watch. A zealot does move out to grab this watchtower, some lings there. Will pick it off eventually, but you have to also remember that these lings are 0-0 still, just now getting a +1 melee attack weapon, and this is honestly just looking to be like a slaughter if WhiteRa pushes over at this time. I'm very confused as to how WhoopsYEX is going to deal with this, and he has not grabbed a hive either, so he's just going to be on this infester Spire tech. It looks like he will at least have the infestors pop out, and they will have the energy right here from pathogen glands, so that will be something to his name. He will be able to fungal these units possibly to death, which would be good, but we do have the High Templar. They're building up storms actually, so he's not adding Archons. He is just going to go ahead and get Storm instead. And a War Prism load with some Zealots going to now head over to the main, try and be as annoying as possible. And infestors do pop now, so he is starting to mass an army up. He is getting a hive at a decent time, but I'm just worried about what he currently has, as here we're going to see WhiteRa start to push over with a near maxed army. I mean, this Protoss has took a fast, greedy third, completely unattacked, unprovoked, and what happened over on WhoopsYEX's side? He made lings that were slow, and he wasn't able to do anything with it. High Templars looking to push forward, possibly get some quick storms off, damage the army before he even moves in. The Warp Prism now going to head over. There's nothing there to defend it, and here we're going to see WhiteRa start to move in with everything. All of the Templar are stuck in the front, though, so it looks like one almost gets picked off right there, but I'm just not sure that WhoopsYEX has enough to defend this, as the Zealot Warp End's going to be able to pick everything off. Spawning Pool will go down. The battle in the middle of the map there, I mean, this is just an absolute slaughter fest, as WhiteRa with so much TPS and WhoopsYEX just going to GG out of the game. What a quick ending right there. And I mean, WhiteRa had that from the beginning, from about the 8 minutes and on, after that third base went up uncontested, and WhoopsYEX did not drone behind it, did not have the saturation on his natural. I mean, that just kind of, that hurt him right there. That really set him behind, and from there, WhiteRa was just able to max up a very dominant, strong army. Blink Stalkers, 2-1 upgrades, Immortals, Sentries, High Templar for Storm, and then Warp Prism to go ahead and be annoying in the main base. That's just, I mean, such quality Protoss play, and unfortunately WhoopsYEX was just unable to handle it. So, my name is MrLlama. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast, and I will see you guys next time.